guys, this is gonna be a short video where I review my fishing tackle that I have in these two tackle boxes. I have a smaller one and I have this bigger one. They are both double-sided, like that, and you can see in there. So basically what's gonna happen is, and also this is the knife that I use to cut my fishing line. It's a pretty sharp knife. It's got this serrated edge. It says that on the front of it. I don't know if you guys can read that, but that's what that says. And then you just press down this to close it. And this thing is to clip onto your pocket, or if you just keep it in like a pocket in a backpack. So I'm gonna start with the smaller tackle box. So I'm gonna open it up, and we have these plastic baits right here. Actually, first let's do. I have these already rigged up hooks. You can see the line in there. I'm probably never going to use those just because. So we have this little worm imitation here. To me it kind of looks like a leech, but I think it's supposed to imitate like a worm, and as you pull it through the water, this tail will like spin around. That's why it's kind of like coiled up like that. Then we have this plastic, which is supposed to look like a injured minnow, because like if you take this part off, it looks like a minnow. If you look closely, you can actually see like the eye in it. And then this is supposed to imitate like blood or organs coming off of the top of the minnow. Then we have this glittery minnow imitation, and it's very glittery, as you can see, with all the glitter in it. It's kind of cool. Also, the camera's pointed down just because I'm not allowed to show my face, so it's kind of hard to like show these to the camera, but there is what it looks like. It's kind of small compared to the other ones that I have. Also, I might get these names wrong for what the baits are called, but we're going to move swiftly on to the next one. So this bait right here is a crawfish imitation. It is a crankbait. It's got two tiny treble hooks, and it looks like a crawfish. And there would be some line attached to this little loop right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right there. But as you pull it through the water, it should like dive like this and through the water, and it should attract some bass and anything that eats crawfish, so like catfish and stuff. This is a orange diver bait. It does the same thing as the crawfish, but as you reel it in, it like dives and like it just wiggles a lot, and then it floats back to the surface. And then this is kind of a cool bait. It has a face on it. I've never used it before. The hook goes through the eye on the nose there. This thing spins, so as you pull it through the water, this should spin like that. Also, these are very sharp hooks. So, and then this pink and purple jig head. So we're going to put these back. And we got a syringe. to fill worms with air, like my dad did back in his childhood. But the worms now, they suck for doing that. So, and this is a weighted head. I can actually just take it out and like show you. All that is weight, and then this is the plastic. I don't know what it's supposed to imitate, but how you get the hook in is you just hold it upside down like this, and you just put this in, and then it should pop out the hole in the top, and then there you go. There is your very able to be snagged hook. And these are a bunch of spinners and spinners and spoons. So this is a spinner bait. This is a bigger one of the. This is a bigger one of the spinner bait that I just showed you. This is a single hooked, either spinnerbait or a double-sided spoon. And then this is a silver spoon. Let's move on to the other side of the tackle box. So these are just some rusty spinner hooks. And this one, oh, tiny jig head. This one right here has actually gotten me a lot of bites, but nothing has been caught on it yet. It is called a rooster tail, I think it's called, and it's got a cool pattern there that spins. This spins. I mean, with this bait, you need to like kind of jerk your rod to get it to start for this to start spinning. So there's that. But other than that, it's a pretty cool bait. Definitely recommend it. And here's a tiny bobber and a thing that's supposed to imitate salmon eggs, but I have no idea how to rig this up on the hook. So, and then in here, these are a bunch of tiny trebles and some what are they called? These are a bunch of tiny trebles and swivels, and then these are like cone weights, split shot weight. That's what that is. That clamps down on your line. Then these are drop shot weights, because like it's a little hook. I mean it's a little eye there, and you'd put your line through it, and this would help it sink. That would help it sink to the bottom quickly. Here's some more of these little plastics. I have an orange one and a yellow one, and this kind of transparent yellow. And these are just a bunch. This is a mini fish spoon. And then we have just a ton of tiny jig heads. Like that. And then this, which is homemade by my father. And these are just a bunch of hooks. A bunch of big hooks. Here's like the demonstration of a big hook. Big hook. Used for big fish. Probably. That is the small tackle box. I'm gonna go pretty quickly through this one just because this video is getting pretty long. This is a Carolina rig, I want to say. I think I did it wrong, but this is a Carolina rig where you have a minnow plastic it's already rigged up with the hook and everything. And then you have about a 18-inch leader, and then you have my okay, it's back. My camera just like froze. Then you have that on one side of it. So let's put it. So what I would do is I would just turn it around the plastic like this. I would just wrap the line around it. And then put it in there. Then these are just a bunch of things that you can put on the line, and they like spin through the wire. And here's the smaller one, and here's the smallest one. Then I have a very big spinner and it's either a shrimp or a crawfish. You guys can let me know in the comments. And this is a very heavy cone hook, and this is whatever this is. Then we got another one of those dudes. I don't know why they're not together, but. And then I have two bobbers, a medium one and a bigger one for, you know. And alright, this is a diver, another like diver with two treble hooks. And these are homemade stuff by my dad. I think that they look awesome, and I don't want to use them because, excuse me. And then we have these frogs, usually for early in the morning for like areas that look like they would have frogs, I think, or just early in the morning for top water. And if you jerk the rod tip, it'll look like they like jump. So that's an important step. The next side probably it's gonna take a while, because there's a lot in here. A rainbow trout spinner. That's the colors of a rainbow trout. And then there's this. A little fish, like an actual like plastic fish with a treble hook coming out the back of it. And then it's just attached to this spinner thing. In the front, we have this jointed crankbait for top water again. We have more weights. You guys already seen those. The only popper that I own. So if this gets snagged, I'll be sad. And plus, it's very rare that it will get snagged because it's a floating bait. Then here is a black and white jig head. I'm holding it from the top though. And there is a hook in there. Just gotta not poke myself, but you can see it. It's there. It's very bushy. And also here are these. These are treble hook keepers. They keep your treble hooks from you getting poked and making this not happen. But I'm gonna review them all anyway, so it does not matter. So let's start with this one. A crankbait minnow imitation probably. The spinner spins. And there's this crankbait, kind of the green and black, and then the yellow and orange underbelly. Then we have this shad. I think that's the pattern, or it might be brown trout. I'm not sure. And we have this blue and white one. Pretty cool. This one makes noise. I will be quiet for a second. You guys hear that? That's annoying. If a fish is not hungry, and you know there's a fish in there, but they're not hungry, so just pull this past their face and they'll eat it just because it is annoying. So let's put all this back. I have another one of the green and black pattern, but I think this one's a bit bigger. Not really sure though. Then we have I have bigger ones of these. This one's kinda like bigger than the other one was. I'm gonna organize this a little bit by size of the bait itself. I'm gonna review these ones again. So these two are the exact same, except one is bigger than the other one. These two are the same. One's just fatter, and then one is bigger and longer. And then this one, I do not have a duplicate of. It's got a big lip. And then we have this one again. We have this one. This guy. This one. Oops, wrong thing. And this, a really annoying one. A fish would definitely eat that if this just comes across their face. They would definitely eat it. Then we move on to the spinners. So this is a salmon egg spinner. This one is a silver with a blue kind of bell and a nice big treble hook. This one is a bit dirty, but it's red and silver, and it's got like a silver little bell there. And then to the next set of spinner baits. This one's huge. It's got a big treble hook. It's got nice gold. Kind of gold-ish. That looks like silver on the camera, but I can show you it's gold. Now, we move on to... Oh my god, these hook together really well. This really nice kind of scaled spinner. You guys can kind of see that. Then we got this one, which I actually found attached to a stick and line at the river. And this is what I was using until I have an actual rod. So I don't have to use a stick anymore. And we have this one, another nice silver, kind of silverish gold, and then that's definitely kind of silver. And that's silver too. And it flows. Okay. that, and then that. Now we move on to the last two of the thing. And we need to take all these out. And then I have a bigger orange diver with a bigger treble hook. A kind of rainbow one with two treble hooks, and this one only has one. So they're very, very, very similar. But this one's got two hooks, this one's got one hook. We have another double jointed bait. We have this one, which is just longer crankbait that would shred my line. This one. And the last and final one is this one. It's got 3 hooks and 2 like spinner blade type things on the front of them. There's one on the front and there's one on the back. Alright, so that is what is in my tackle boxes. So in this video, I also want to give a shout out to, I mean, not really a shout out, but a recognition of One Rod, One Reel Fishing, and he is a really good YouTuber. He makes really good content, and you should go and check him out. And these are my tackle boxes. Be sure to leave that, comment, subscribe. So I haven't been uploading. I mean, school started, so it's kind of hard. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. And I'll start actually recording myself fishing, but whenever. If I can beg my parents to not Corona. I just have something in my throat. Whenever my parents can actually afford to get me either a GoPro or a camera, just something that I can record YouTube on, then I'll have a fishing channel. So, alright.